everyone, welcome to Informed Mommies. Today I'll be taking you through part 2 of my Registry series, What I Regret Getting. Before I begin, let me just say this. Some of these products I regret because they just were no good, and some I regret because my daughter didn't like them or just didn't use them. Every baby is different, so just because they did not work for us does not mean that they aren't good or that they won't work for you. Okay, with that out of the way, let's start with the Baby Catan Breeze Wrap Carrier. When I was in the store testing out carriers and wraps, I really liked this one. It seemed easy to get on and put baby in, and it felt comfortable. However, that was with an associate to help, and a fake baby doll to practice with. Putting in a wriggly, screaming baby with a wobbly neck was much harder, and I found it much more difficult to get it to sit right, even when following the directions in the booklet. She never felt secure in there. So the few times that I did use it, it was not the hands-free sensation I was hoping it would be, since I always felt the need to keep one hand on her. I couldn't bend over to do laundry or fold or do any sort of cleaning, because I felt like she would just slide right out of the top. Plus, other than the maybe 2 times that she fell asleep in there, she absolutely hated it and would resist it and scream and fight. I guess I should have known that she wouldn't have liked it because she was not the swaddle type of baby to begin with. The next thing I regret getting is actually our crib. I chose the Sorel Berkeley 4-in-1 convertible crib and changer. I never got the chance to see it in a store, otherwise I might not have picked that one. But online it seemed perfect. It has a changer and a shelf with 2 drawers on the side, and I thought, oh, that's perfect. It saves space, but in reality, it's very large and bulky. All of the sides, except for the one that's on the changer, is open, which means that when we were looking for a mesh crib liner to prevent her arms and legs getting stuck in the space between the railings, nothing fit our crib. Everything out there was for all sides open, solid-backed, or solid-ended cribs. Another thing is that the description never says that it comes with a changing pad, so I assumed that it had not. I asked the staff, and they didn't know, so I got another changing pad, a standard size, which they told me they assumed would fit. Spoiler alert, it did not. The last thing that we hated about the crib was actually the instructions that it came with on how to set it up. It seems like such a silly thing to complain about, but they were written in such a way that made my husband lose his mind. It was so hard to follow, and it didn't seem to make any sort of sense when he were putting together the crib. This next one I actually have a love-hate relationship with, the Graco Duet Connect Swing. What I loved about it was that the swing actually detached from the frame to become a bouncer. However, my daughter did not like the swing part of it, so we ended up putting it away and only using the bouncer. So now we have a big swing tucked away in the corner collecting dust. I wish I had just gone with a bouncer, but what did I know? A lot of babies really enjoy swings. Mine could really only tolerate it at best for a few minutes at a time. The next thing I regret is the Bright Starts Tummy Time Prop and Play mat. The baby hated tummy time, even when I propped her up on the pillow and the mat. I tried that mat so many times, and she just never played with it. Just another thing that is now taking up space in our home that really never got used. The next 2 are clothing items. The Gerber wiggle-proof socks and the long-sleeve undershirt onesies. Somehow we never seemed to use the long-sleeve onesies, choosing only to use short-sleeve ones. And though the socks specifically say that they're wiggle-proof, they were the absolute worst. She managed to slide them off or kick them off in seconds, even more so than other socks that we'd had. When my friend had her baby, she got these adorable little wrist rattles, and I thought they were so cute. When my daughter was born, I was so excited to try them out with her, but they were too big and too heavy for her to use as a newborn. And later on, she hated when I put them on. They're in our toy box now, and she only takes them out to throw them on the floor. The next item is the Go by Goldbug 5-in-1 multi-use nursing cover. What I liked about it was that I used it as a car seat cover during our pandemic doctor visit outings. It can also be used as a shopping cart cover, which of course I never got to use because we never went to a store with her. And it's a nursing cover as well. That being said, I thought I was going to be able to use it, and since I was unable to nurse, it was kind of useless. Another item I regret getting is the Dove Baby Rich Moisture Sensitive Hypoallergenic Lotion. I received the tip-to-toe body wash, and I got the lotion to go along with it, But the lotion had a weird smell, and it made my daughter's skin feel sticky and gross. I tried to use it for myself rather than waste it, but I'd actually rather use something that I like. Okay, so here's the last one. The Great Go Pack and Play Newborn to Toddler Play Yard. Unfortunately, due to the pandemic, we hardly ever got to use it this year. We barely used the infant bassinet attachment, and we never used the changing pad attachment, since we had the crib and another changing pad. And we only used the infant napper attachment for a couple of months. She barely ever slept in it, and I actually tripped over the leg and fell on it, and I bent the plastic. The pack and play itself now lives at my in-laws, because we don't need it here anytime soon. But my daughter absolutely hates it and refuses to sleep in it. Whenever we try to use it, she ends up in our bed or ends up sleeping on one of us. Okay guys, that's it for me on the things that I regret the most from my registry. Please join me next time for the things I wish I had gotten. And remember that if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time!